mom was a folk artist and my dad was a surgeon. And so I grew up in a house where my mom was always working on stuff, every kind of medium you can imagine, paper mache, clay, you know, like anything that was crafty or artsy, she would play around with. And my dad was a surgeon, but he was always studying, and he had a whole library of books, medical books, and I would look through those, and some of those were absolutely fantastic and horrifying to a kid, you know. But I'd say that those two things, coupled with trips to Disneyland, is really what planted the seed. I have pictures of me at Disneyland at age 3. That picture fascinates me because that's when the bug happened. It made me fall in love with taking sculpture and turning it into animation. There's a great quote by Bob Gurr, the Disney Imagineer, and he said that practice is never wrong because it knows no theory. Meaning, you know, you get in there and you do it and you make it work. You can sit there for a month talking about something and calculating, but when you apply it to real world physics and whatnot, you find out real fast what works and what doesn't. I don't have a process. I see it all as the same. The first thing I do every day is I draw, and I don't worry about, is this possible or not? Can I make this or not? I just draw whatever I do, whatever I want to do, and then I'll switch into the mode of, okay, well, how can I make that happen? And then from there, it's sometimes a case of, I can't make it happen, how can I make it appear to happen, right? You know, just this movement, right? The mechanism just to move that hand, you have to say, is this going to be appreciated more than a gesture? And that's why silent film becomes important to me. Those actors were working in a medium where they had to really project, and it was more of a symbolic language. Their body postures and their hand gestures and their facial expressions, where, you know, people laugh at it and go, it was overdone, but in fact it's its own art form. Very much the automatons are more like that. Hollywood special effects robots are trying to make everything realistic and rubbery. I'm going the other direction where I don't like that, because all that falls apart. Rubber rots. The automatons are, to me, a reminder of a time where, you know, they were building that thing for the long run, you know. It wasn't a product, really, you know, in the sense of modern product of you know, we give them this year and then the next year we replace it with that. With as fleeting as life is, it has some sort of a life of its own that I love. And I like the idea that they'll go on when I'm dead. They'll still be going long after I'm gone.